It is ultimately up to the individual and their preference when deciding how much of their healthcare will be in person versus online. Communication technology should be there as an option not only for patients, but especially for the healthcare workers who require quick, easy, and efficient communication. These technologies should not reduce the in person care at all. Rather, it should enhance the speed of conversation between the provider and the patient when meeting in person is not possible or there isn't enough time to do so. Technology expands who can receive care, such as reaching deaf or injured individuals. Thus, it humanizes medicine by making it easier to include vulnerable populations. Emergency communication systems like 911 calls, GPS location tracking, dispatcher guided CPR, and ambulance to hospital data transmission do not replace human care, they accelerate it. Technology exists specifically to ensure a patient reaches trained professionals faster and that those professionals are prepared before the patient even arrives. Therefore, to address the question, it should not be used to replace in person care. Rather, communication technologies should be used as they are designed to accelerate response time, remove barriers, and support faster coordination so healthcare professionals can deliver timely, higher quality face to face treatment.
Regarding the question of how to deal with the impact that digital communication has on in person communication and why the benefits outweigh the negative effects, this issue, like many other parts of using communication technology carefully, is a matter of the individuals and their efforts to keep conversations from being monotonous and shallow. While conversing in person, people would need to make sure to show active listening skills to show the other person that they care about the interaction. To show this, lean forward, make eye contact, and periodically ask questions or confirm what the other person is saying to affirm that you are listening. While talking to someone face to face, do not be texting other people or looking at anything else on the phone. As for serious and important conversations, these should still ideally happen in person, as members of a relationship can physically comfort each other while talking, such as hugging or holding hands. However, communication technology should still use its accessibility to make our lives easier because there are circumstances where in person conversations are simply not possible because of distance. Communicating over the phone is better than having no way to communicate at all. Texting or calling are great ways to supplement in person relationships, although people should still always put effort into maintaining personal relationships in person and should always give their loved ones their full attention when they have the opportunity to talk face to face.
In regard to work and reading when it comes to communication technologies, and the question on whether or not there is no benefit or if the pros just outweigh the cons, and if the pros outweigh the cons, what benefits are there to removing technologies, and are they not worth the risk? We must first acknowledge that we are not talking about the quality of implementation of communication technologies, but rather the technologies themselves. The implementation is a completely different discussion that we are not talking about here, and there can be plenty of debate around, and I have a feeling we might come to a different conclusion. But what we are talking about is the technologies themselves. And I completely believe that the technology in and of itself is for the good of all people as we work and read and learn and have more and more access to educate ourselves and to improve the world. Change is inevitable, and trade offs are a part of change when it comes to innovation. We wouldn't want to stay exactly where we are and stay the same. The benefits of removing communication technology would just return us to the status quo of what we had before we had these technologies. The risk is worth it because of how it allows us to continue to grow and to push the status quo of what is possible with innovation.